Okay, so that's it for MAC addresses. Let's move on to our next subject. Okay, packets. I kind of debated whether I wanted to include packets on this list or not. The only time you're really going to have to worry about a packet is with what's called an MTU, or maximum transmission unit. And this is a setting on your router which you may or may not have to fiddle with depending on what games you may be using on the internet. Certain games and certain applications require a certain MTU size, and that's the only time you actually really have to be concerned with packets. Still, I like to include packets in this list because understanding what a packet is and what it does really helps visualize what happens on a network. A packet is basically nothing more than a little piece of data. When you send an email or a picture or something across the internet, it doesn't get sent across the internet in one big large chunk. Your computer, or actually the Ethernet protocol, breaks it down into tiny little bits and pieces. And then the TCP/IP protocol carries those across the wire, through the internet, across all the routers, onto the other computer, and then the Ethernet protocol pieces them back together again on the other side. And this all really happens transparently, whether we're aware of it or understand it or not. So when data is being broken down into packets, what various networking protocols will do is they'll split those packets up, and then they'll attach certain information to each one of those packets, such as where it's going to and where it's coming from. This helps routers and other network devices along its path figure out what to do with them. So a good analogy for this whole thing is the U.S. mail. You place some data on a piece of paper and you put it in an envelope, and then you address that envelope with information about where it's supposed to go and where it's coming from. Then you drop it into the mailbox, and the U.S. Postal Service, or the Ethernet protocol / TCP/IP protocol, takes care of the rest for you. So in a nutshell, that is the glorious life cycle of a network packet.